Hi there, welcome to our Symphonic Elements featurette. My name is Boris Saicho. I'm a film composer and I'm also the musical director for the Symphonic Elements series. We are currently releasing the 4th title in the series and we are really proud about that. And we think this is a good moment to revisit how it all started, the core idea behind the series, and also what it took to actually make those plugins. And for that, we invite you to a very special place. These are the 4 sacred walls of Hans Zimmer's studio. Pretty much the holy grail of film composer studios out there. This is where Symphonic Elements actually started. Hans Zimmer, everyone knows, worked on a mind-boggling amount of movies. And he didn't just work on movies, he actually defined the sound of Hollywood. Recording only in the best studios on the planet, with the best players you can get, and the very best engineers on this planet. There was just one catch. No one had access to those sample libraries. And that is where UJAM came into play. So one day I was sitting in a room down the hall with Peter Gorgas, who is the founder of UJAM Instruments. And UJAM at that time had a very successful plugin out called Virtual Guitarist. People could just load it up, play their favorite chords and have fun with it. Why don't we try to do the same thing, but do it with Hans Zimmer's famous, amazing, out-of-this-world sample library? Put it into a neat software, easy to use, intuitive interface, and that is the core idea of Symphonic Elements. So I spent a lot of time writing all this music and I was sending it to the guys at UJAM and we all listened to it and we're like, yes, this sounds great, it's awesome. And then one day, finally, I came here, plugged into the system and played the compositions with Hans Zimmer sample library. And it was such a big difference. It was like going from black and white TV to color TV. As a result, I actually scratched most of my compositions and just created new ones here on the spot, all inspired. That's how most of the things were written. Once the composition part was done, which was my favorite part, we actually had to do a lot of extra labor to export slices and stems and creating a gigantic amount of files. And all of that then had to be sent to Germany, where the actual software is being built. After that, we looked at the overall architecture of the plugin. The effects chains for the low and the high channel, and in the middle, the beautiful finisher module. We wanted to make sure, as I said earlier, that we can cover everything from a pure symphonic traditional sound to all-out sound design. At the same time, we were busy figuring out the look and feel of those plugins. What are they actually called? What's the color palette? What do the buttons and knobs feel like? But then one day, our first plugin was released. It was STRIIINGS. So after this, we became faster with the successor plugins because now we had a framework in place. The next one was drums, delivering earthquake-style percussion. After that, we released the majestic BRAASS. And right now we are about to release PERRCS, which is the perfect complement to drums, because with those together, you can really create an incredible wall of percussion. And now that we have 4 plugins out, you can cover a lot of ground with them. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for watching and keep making noise.